Right, so what I wanted to talk to you about is the UK's top 5 bike parks, and I'd like to have a discussion with you about the UK's top 5 bike parks. After just visiting Davi, it got me thinking, we should be able to come up with a top 5. In no particular order, but we've got to be able to come up with them, because I'm really aware that I haven't been to every single one.
I haven't.
I don't travel around a lot within the UK. I have much more knowledge elsewhere than I do here. So, okay, first on the list.
You know what?
Davi.
You know what
I'm interested
in? You know what I'm interested in?
Yeah.
Is like where the bike parks are, because I feel like where I live, especially Sheffield, we don't have a local bike park. Like we don't have one. The closest proper bike park to me is Leeds, which is a bike park, of course, but it's not like a bike park Wales.
Well, it's good you bring this up.
I'd say it's more of a community project.
Yeah, so there's tiers of bike parks, aren't there? Because I've got some of my favourites are like, Rogate, Wind Hill, just little sandy hills. They're bike parks, yes, but they're I would say they're a lower tier than one of the. Not a lower tier, but they're just a different thing. They're a smaller hill. They're just a like you say, more community based, and you wouldn't travel 6 hours necessarily to ride one of those. I wouldn't have said the top bike parks are maybe like, let's say, lift assisted or uplifts. This is what I'm trying to picture what sits in the top 5. So you can't. Okay, I've just talked about Davi. Davi's definitely on the list. You've got a big hill. You've got a load of different tracks. It's got kind of that sort of all-weather surface on some sections, so there's always going to be something running. You don't need to worry about your booking. You're safe even when it's raining. I would say Davi's definitely on the list of the top 5, the UK top 5
for sure. Davi's definitely up there.
Yeah, I'd say Bike Park Wales. It's one of the Bike Park Wales is one of the biggest ones. It's got the most tracks. It's got an uplift service. It's got a cafe. It's a full day event. Maybe 2 days you could go to these spots. That's probably a good way of measuring the top 5 bike parks.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's a good way of doing it for sure. I'm just trying to Google in the background like a map of where they are.
Yeah, maybe that's something in the tiers. Like you could spend multiple days, because you probably spend a day at this next tier down. They're brilliant. They're what constitutes most of my riding, the smaller bike parks. But the bigger ones, I feel like you could spend a couple of days at, which is what I've just done.
Yeah.
So
no, you're right. So I think if tier 1, we got to have Davi, we got to have Bike Park Wales. They're like up there. They're setting the standard, aren't they? Really, and also the standard as far as like the marketing side of it's fucking amazing as well. Yeah. Let's be honest. Everyone posts about it, etc.
Absolutely,
really matters, but they do a great job of promoting mountain biking.
Yeah, really absolutely.
Light, right?
Revolution Bike Park. That's another spot. Absolutely, it's nearly closed, unfortunately, but that would have been in the top 5 for me. So we got to mention.
I feel like it is closed. Is it not closed?
Yeah, or closed. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably is closed now. Actually, yeah. Now that this is out. Yeah.
Honourable mention.
I think it still counts. I do think it does.
Okay.
It has to, because I think it's one of the spots that you go to, and it's like a loss to Davi as well, because people would go and do one day at each of the North Wales big bike parks. They had loads of tracks again, and there's an uplift service, and you could spend a load of time there. Fort William, I feel like we can't not mention Fort William, because it's actually one of the only lifted spots.
True. Yeah, it probably is. You're right, actually.
You've got a World Cup track, you've got the red.
You class that as a bike park? Excuse my ignorance, but that's a bike park, is it?
I'm going to say yes, because there's a range of tracks. There's a blue, a green, a red, a black. It's all lift assisted, and there's a cafe, there's facilities, it runs season long. I think if you talked about the UK in general, you'd have to,
you're right.
Our island, I feel like Fort William's in there, yeah. Then it made me think, right, what ones do we squeeze in? Because that's 4 of the big bike parks. I struggle to think I'm missing any. I think that is correct.
I'd say we've got the 4 biggest. Is that 4? Yeah. If we're leaving revs in, we're at 4.
Yeah, let's leave revs in just for.
Let's leave revs in. I think another one that I think probably should be on there would be. You see, I really like it when an athlete opens a bike park because they know what makes a good track.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Hamsterley.
Yeah, that's the Danny
I'm
Hart.
gonna go with Hamsterley. That's the
Gravity
Danny Hart
Park.
downhill descent bike park.
I've never actually been. Called. Is there an uplift that runs there?
There's an uplift.
Yeah.
I've never been, but I've seen it. I've never been. Like I've been up that way a lot, but I've never been to Danny Hart's descent bike park.
Yeah, you make a great point. I think another one that's probably on that kind of top 5
trajectory. Yeah.
Might be like Black Mountain, the uplift service there, the number of tracks. Yeah. Like it's another sort of location. I don't know if because I haven't been to Danny Hart, so I don't know if it's a fair comparison. But
no, I think what's also interesting is when you've got these bike parks or facilities that have got a lot of people for different people.
Yeah.
So it can be like literally a barrier to entry with a really steady, nice red that's really fun and like makes you super excited.
Yeah.
So I'd say for me, one that I did actually really enjoy when I went there was the it's at Windlatter. What's it called?
Windlatter?
Could be. It's up that way. I can't remember the name of it.
Is there an uplift?
Probably got a name. No, there's not an uplift, so that again isn't good.
I think it sticks to that. Dude, I think that might be the top 5/6 bike parks in the UK. With a bit of waffle in between and conversation, I'll be honest. We didn't really quite get to the point, but...
And I think it's probably important to throw this out to our amazing community and listener base. Let us know in the comment section, where is the best bike park, in your opinion, in the UK? What makes it a great bike park? And let's give them a little shout out. Let's try and get some more attention on these places.
Oh, let's hear it. Yeah, I'd love to. Let's hear the podium picks for bike parks in the UK.
Ooh,
in the
that's a good
below.
One. Podium pick. Top 3.
Time for an ad break.
Let's.
I might actually go for a piss. Do you mind?
Can I just go for a wee?
Wicked. All right. We don't need to pause or anything, do we?
Did you enjoy this clip? If so, please like and subscribe. The full episode is available by hitting one of the links on the screen right now, or type The Ride Companion into your favourite podcast app. We've even put links in the show description for you. Cheers!